All right, so I just watched episode 6 of Dexter Resurrection, and I'm still digging it. I loved the moment with him and Harrison, with the bonding, teaching him how to do a tie. I totally dug that. The actor that plays Harrison, I don't know too much about him. I know I watched some trailer with him, and he had facial hair, which was a better look. And I say that, I think, because he just always looks like he's crying in this. I don't know if that's just character related. Like, I didn't watch New Blood. Just even when he's not in stressed out situations, he just looks like he just finished crying or he's about to cry. I don't know if maybe that's just his face, and if that's so, I guess that's just his face. But I totally dug that moment of them together, that little father family stuff. But then going to the wake, I got to be honest, and this could just be one. I'm a harsh critic, like I said. Kind of a little bit more irritable, but if I'm not binging something, little filler moments are more irritating to me, and I just don't care about those characters, and they're not bad characters. It's not that I don't care about them because they suck or they annoy me. Like the woman detective, she annoys me. I don't like her. So most of my criticism when I'll talk about her is because I don't like that character. I don't like the puts on the headphones like she's autistic and somehow is figuring all this stuff out. I don't know what they're going with. Her acting, her delivery, I don't know what they're going with it. I don't like it. Now the neighbors and stuff, I just don't care about them that much. I don't want anything to happen to them. I care about them to a point where I hope that they don't get involved in something like Peter Dinklage's character I'm talking about, Prater Peter, like kills one of them once he later down the line because he finds out Dexter is who he is, or Dexter's been killing off the serial killers. Like, I don't want anything to happen to him, but like a 5-6 minute scene of all these people crying and stuff, I just don't care, to be honest. So with that said, though, I'm still very much digging the show. I feel like I'm watching old Dexter, but he just decided to move to New York City. Now, of course, so many things are different. So much has happened, so many things have changed. But I mean, just for the vibe alone, I feel like I'm watching the old Dexter, and he just, like I said, moved to New York City. So I'm still totally digging it, and I'm remaining hopefully optimistic that all the half-assed writing that I was talking about in the previous video is to get us on track, like I said, just to not necessarily start fresh, but just like, oh, sorry, we took a detour, let's get back. There was some construction, we took a detour, we're behind about 10 minutes now, but we're going to make up some time, and go a little fast, but we're going to get back on track. I'm still remaining optimistic about that. Neighbors showed up when here's some spoilers, when Dexter stabbed the Gemini guy. That was irritating because I felt like that was lazy, like, oh shit, anxious, trying to add intensity to the moment. But looking back on it, I think knowing that a lot of this stuff is going to be convenient, I'm going to touch on something else real quick, or not real quick, but after that was convenient. But if it wasn't for that funeral scene and just me not caring about the characters, because I feel like they're just really hammering this guy into it, and that also makes me think maybe something does happen to him later down the line in the story. But like, there's so much going on. He's not going to find the body in the bathtub, and it just, I don't know, it felt a little lazy. It was like, of course. It was more not like, it was just like, of course somebody knocks right when he's stabbing somebody, But that's all right. It's not something that's making me say, oh, this show is really stupid. It's not great, but I'm still digging it. Still digging the vibe, like I said. Now the other convenient thing is Batista. We knew that he was gonna involve himself in this investigation. Now, when I said I don't like that detective chick because she just stares at everything, when they were going over the guy that they rescued from Kristen Ritter's character, going over his statement and everything, and then they noticed how she said, Lady Vengeance said to him, you'll be my first kill in New York City. How that stuck out to him, that's just good police work. That's not being overly autistic. I thought that was really natural, and I liked that. I actually liked that she caught that, and that stuck out to her. That wasn't like walking into a room and knowing, like, oh, that knife is supposed to be over on that table, because that's where they do that cutting. That means this guy did something. I'm exaggerating, but that's how stupid that is to me, that her whole shtick. But Batista, so there's another convenient thing, of course, even though he didn't know that she was investigating Harrison, or that Harrison's her number one subject, just this is the Bay Harbor Butcher, this is how he did it, and his son is Harrison. It's like, we knew that was probably going to happen. It's just more of it feels like clues are dropping from the sky, which goes back to, I know it's plot device, move the plot line. So I do accept it, but I'm still going to talk about how it sticks out. And something like that in previous seasons, I think that would have been like a oh shit moment, putting the puzzle together. But I think now, because so much is just moving along so quick, it's just more like, oh brother, oh, of course, all right. And that's making me want to get to, let's just see what happens next. I don't care what this person has to say. I don't care what that person has to say. So I'm kind of falling victim to that, which is not good. But I'm still enjoying the ride. Now the Gemini, the cliffhanger, last thing at the end there, the cliffhanger with the Gemini twins, that wasn't too surprising, because Gemini twins and the way that the kills were in twos. I kind of figured it something, but I don't get, like, does Peter Dinklage's character not know that they're twins? Because he would invite them both to the dinner, right? So he has no idea. And Dexter stalking him in a bookstore, it was like, come on, dude. Like, there's 8 total feet. So, like, he's not going to see it. Like, I would assume a serial killer that's used to disposing of the bodies is going to be very aware of his surroundings. But whatever. It's still a nice cliffhanger, though, because now what it does is you don't know if he knows what happens to his twin, but I don't think he does, because the way he was... Well, no, because I was going to say the way he was looking back, like he was waiting for his brother, but I don't think... Because when he got there, they just took off, and there wasn't 2 of them at the dinner. So I'm curious. So there you go. That works. I'm curious if he knows that Dexter killed him, because he was leaving the note for him. So that must have been him that knocked the book off the table. The brother, I'm guessing. But then he's like, oh, I was leaving a note for myself. So we don't know which one was watching him, which one left. So yes, that's pretty curious. But I wasn't thrown off, because as soon as the car pulled up, I was like, yeah, he's got a twin brother, Gemini twins. I didn't solve it early as soon as he stabbed him or anything, but it wasn't a shock, but it was a nice cliffhanger, because you're just like, where are we going to go with this? Does he know? Does he not know? And that's where my thought ended when I watched the show. But as you can see, I just started spinning some ideas out there, which is good. So that's intrigue, and we'll see what's going on. I also like that because he has twins, Dexter isn't just chewing through all the dinner guests, because that would have just left the fat guy. I want to say he was on Modern Family, wasn't he? But either way, I'm digging the show. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thanks for stopping by.